Hi, everybody. My name is Fu Yin Fa, and I am an educator. I have more than 20 years of experience teaching accounting and finance in higher education. I started this video channel to share my knowledge in accounting and finance with all of you. The videos in this channel will cover topics on financial accounting, management accounting, auditing, as well as the basics of finance. So if you are a student of accounting and finance, whether you are at the pre-university level or at the undergraduate degree level, or even at the postgraduate degree level, or even if you are a student studying the professional qualifications, I hope you will find these videos useful to you. In fact, I hope these videos would also be helpful to business practitioners who may want to know certain topics in accounting and finance so that they can run their business more efficiently. So when you watch these videos, I welcome any questions or comments or feedback that you may have. Please post them down below. Please do like and share these videos and also share them with your friends and your course mates. I do hope that you will subscribe to my channel so that you can be kept up to date with new videos that I release, hopefully on a weekly basis. So to kick off this channel, I'm going to start a foundation series which covers topics on the basics of accounting, which hopefully provides you an understanding of how financial statements are prepared, and also covering the basics, the underlying principles of accounting. So in this first episode, I will give you an overview of what accounting is all about. I will explain the purpose of accounting and also the different types of accounting activities out there. And I'll also share with you my view of the future of the accounting profession. Now, in order to understand what accounting is all about, we first really need to understand the nature of business, right? The most common types of business are companies, partnerships, and sole trader. The sole trader is the simplest form of a business. As the name suggests, you can actually form a sole trader or sole proprietorship by anyone as long as you're 18 years of age and above. All you need to do is register your business by paying a small fee. Now, if you wanted to expand your business, then you may form a partnership with another person or a few other persons. In Malaysia, there is a limit of about 20 partners in a partnership. Now, both a sole trader or a sole proprietorship and a partnership, the owner or the partners are personally liable for running the business. Finally, we have companies. Companies are what we call separate legal entities that are created under the Companies Act of 2016. Now, the Act recognizes companies as an artificial person, and the liabilities of the owners or shareholders are limited to the amount that they have invested in the company. Now, the advantage of a company is that it has access to a large amounts of capital. This is essentially because there's really no limit as to the number of owners or shareholders, especially if you are a public company. Now, these different forms of business, they are actually formed or created in order to provide products or services to their customers. Okay. Now, in order for companies or businesses to provide these products and services, they actually need resources. Examples of resources are, for example, cash. You need cash to actually pay your suppliers or your employees or your workers. You may need a place of business, a property, so that you can run your business. You may need machines or vehicles, for example, or equipment in order to produce your products and deliver them to your customer. You may need materials, goods that you can use in order to manufacture your products and also deliver your services. And last but definitely not least, you need people. You need workers and employees in order to help you run your business for you. Now, all these resources are provided by what we call suppliers of capital. Suppliers of capital includes your employees, your workers, your suppliers of goods and equipment, your bankers, as well as your shareholders. So the business is expected to generate revenue streams from the sale of their products and the provision of their services in order to repay the suppliers of capital and also generate returns that some of the suppliers of capital may be expecting. If the company or the business can repay all these capital and also generate expected returns, then they are considered to be financially sustainable. If they are able to generate surplus, then they can use the surplus to reinvest in the business to be able to expand their business and grow their business. Now that we have had a basic understanding of how business works, we can now explore the role of accounting in business. Now, all businesses, especially if you are a large company, will have stakeholders, right? Stakeholders are people or organizations that have an impact on the business or are impacted by the activities of the business. Now, these stakeholders will have to make quite a varied types of business decisions. Let me give you some examples. So one of the primary stakeholders of a company, for example, are owners or shareholders. Now, an owner may want to decide if they should increase their investments in the business or they should sell their stake in the business. Another group of stakeholders could be lenders or suppliers of goods and services. Now, lenders may want to know if they should lend money to the business or not. Suppliers of goods and services may want to know if the company or the business can they pay them on time if they were to deliver goods and services to the business. Another group of stakeholders could be customers, especially if you have a large customer. They may want to know whether they can get consistent supply of products and services from the business or not. Another group of stakeholders could be employees of a particular business. Employees would certainly want to know the financial health and performance of their employer. They would want to know whether their employment is secure or not. They may want to also decide whether they should ask for more benefits if the company is performing well. Most companies, in fact, needs to pay taxes. So a government may want to know how much taxes that they can collect from these companies. And finally, managers of a business themselves may be key stakeholders, and they would want to know how the company is performing, what is the financial health of their business. They may want to know what are the costs involved that they are incurring in the business so that they can better manage their business. So all these stakeholders, what they really need in order to make all these varied decisions is accurate and reliable information. Now, this is where the accountant comes in. Now, what the accountant does is that the accountant identifies and measures the relevant business transactions. They then systematically record these transactions. They classify them into meaningful categories, and they summarize this information over a certain period of time. Now, they do that in order to prepare meaningful reports to be provided to these stakeholders who we also call users. Now, some of the key information that is contained in these reports are the financial position of the business. Financial position really refers to the the type and amount of resources that is held by the business, and who are the people or the organizations that claim these resources. Another important information that is shown in this report is, of course, the financial performance of the business. This is essentially showing the profits that is being generated by the business. And finally, the reports also show the cash flow that is being generated by these businesses. So in summary, the role of accounting, the purpose of accounting really is to provide useful information to the users of this financial information so that they are able to make informed business decisions. So while accounting is essentially a system of measurement and communication, it can be classified into many different specialized activities. Take, for example, financial accounting. Now, financial accounting is an area in accounting where it focuses more on reporting the past performance of a business, or what we call the historical performance of a particular business, through the preparation of financial statements that comply with certain rules and regulations, which we call accounting standards. Now, financial accounting really focuses a lot on external users, which includes the shareholders and lenders of a business organization. Then we have what we call cost and management accounting, which actually focuses more on the internal users of a particular organization, and it enables these internal users or business managers to run the business more effectively and efficiently by providing information that will help them understand how costs are incurred, and also how costs relates to the revenue generating activities of a particular business. Now, cost and management accounting also provides financial information to help business managers to plan their business activities, and also to help them evaluate business opportunities. Now, it is said that cost and management accounting really focuses more on the future, so it's actually more forward-looking, and it focuses more on business growth and business strategy. Then another interesting area of accounting is what we call auditing. Auditing focuses more on examining financial statements through the provision of audit procedures, through the carrying out of certain audit procedures, really to determine the credibility and reliability of the information contained in these financial statements. And essentially, auditing is there to really protect the interests of the shareholders and owners of a particular business. Then we have taxation. Taxation is another specialized field of accounting, which really focuses more on the calculation and computation of taxes on employment and business income of individuals, and also taxes on the profits of business entities as well. Tax accountants, as they are known, also are expected to provide tax planning services to individuals as well as business organizations. Another area of accounting is what we call public sector accounting, or better known as government accounting. Now, public sector accounting really focuses more on the accounting of government departments and government agencies. Now, it is said that government departments and government agencies have a different objective compared to commercial business organization. So as a result, public sector accounting actually focuses more on the stewardship of these government units, and also the provision of information to help them determine whether these government units have been run in an efficient and effective manner in providing services to the citizens of a particular nation. And finally, we have what is called forensic accounting. Forensic accounting is an interesting area in accounting where it focuses on utilization of accounting and auditing skills and techniques to detect fraud or other commercial criminal activities, or even to settle disputes between certain parties. So as you can see, accounting is a very important function within a particular nation. And in fact, it is recognized as a critical profession similar to the legal profession, similar to the engineering profession and the medical profession. Now, the economic growth and development of a particular nation really depends on having enough qualified and competent accountants. So in closing, let me share my view of the future of accounting. It's said that part of the function of the accountant is quite mundane and repetitive, particularly in the recording of transactions and also in the preparation of financial statements. So it is argued that this part of the work of the accountant can actually be taken over more efficiently by machines. Machines are more reliable, they are more accurate, and they are able to process a large amount of data within a much faster time frame. So it is argued that technology really is capable of freeing up the work of the accountant to enable them to focus more on the analysis and interpretation of financial information, to enable them to focus more on advising and leading businesses so that the business can be more financially sustainable in the long term. So accountants today, therefore, are expected not just to possess technical knowledge and skills. They now need to develop their leadership skills and also their human skills. Accountants today are expected to adopt a more strategic and innovative mindset to help businesses grow their impact. Accountants today are also expected to adopt a more integrated thinking, to not just focus on financial performance, but also consider the non-financial impact of businesses. Accountants today therefore needs to be more forward-looking. They cannot just focus on the past. They need to anticipate the future and look for opportunities in the future. In addition to that, accountants also are expected to consider the interests of the public at large and not just consider the interests of a small group of people. They are expected to make decisions using professional judgments and consider the interests of all stakeholders. As a result, accountants need to possess high integrity. They need to adopt an independent mindset, and they need to always have a questioning attitude. Accountants today also operate in a globalized world. They are interacting with people from different cultures and different backgrounds. As a result, accountants really need to become an effective communicator. They cannot just be a bookkeeper. Really, today there's a lot of opportunities now for accountants to step up, to take on a more leadership role in the business community. So in conclusion, in my view, I think the future of the accounting profession is very bright, provided you have the right mindset and leadership qualities. So I hope you have found this video useful to introduce you to the field of accounting. Please do join me in future videos that will continue the foundation series in introducing you to the basics of accounting. Please do like and share this video, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel for more future videos. So till we meet again, please do stay safe and take care.